Hey guys, and welcome to the newest episode of B Hero Presents Slightly Agitated. I am your host and idiot number one, Brian, host of many shows here on B Hero Media, or excuse me, B Hero Presents. And along with me are my two other idiots. Idiot number two and current Devotion Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Josh Martinez. How are you doing tonight, Josh?
I am slightly agitated, but I am fucking here and ready.
All that walking around Ogden will make me slightly agitated too. So
Okay, first off, fuck you. Don't talk shit on my city. Secondly, it's just cold. It's colder than a bitch. It's windy. It's snowing. I fucking hate it.
you were a good brother and got out all the promoting that nobody else wanted to do. So
I'm so glad you acknowledge that. You and Sowell, even though Sowell won't admit it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll admit it here in a second. And that being said, idiot number three and former Devotion Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Andrew Sowell. How are you tonight, Sowell?
Good? Question mark? I don't know.
You're not cold after having to walk around flying?
I didn't fucking go out and flyer. I've got fucking better things to do. Come on. This is why I lead. I was elected to lead, not to read. Okay.
Yes. You have better things to do, huh?
Good reference there. I appreciate that.
Oh, man. Remind me, by the way, Josh, about mentioning something that happened at training last night that'll make you laugh after the show's over.
I will definitely try to remember.
If you're awake. That being said,
fuck off.
This week we decided to bring back a topic that we've not done ourselves, but I have done with B Hero Fights in the past. Specifically, we're going to be talking about Harry Potter, both the books and the movies. Large to do. Josh and his fiance are currently going through the movies once again, and they are very good for what they are. I also go with the books a lot. My daughter and I are currently reading through them. We're on the 5th book right now. So, that being said, our topic tonight are the Harry Potter books and movies. Are they good? Are they not so good? Are they shit? What are they? So, to start off with this topic of conversation, Josh, out of the movies you've watched so far and or movies you watched all together, because I'm not sure. Well, let me ask you first. What movie are you on right now?
I am currently on Order of the Phoenix, which is where shit starts to get fucking depressing.
Very true. Very true. And you've seen these before, correct?
Oh, yeah. So, funny story about how I watched these in order. I fucking hated reading. I hated it when these books were coming out. So, I made a bet with a kid in like 3rd or 4th grade that I would not see anything past Prisoner of Azkaban. And I held to that all the way until Deathly Hallows Part 2 just because my mom got free tickets. And so I watched 1, 2, and 3. And then I watched Deathly Hallows Part 2. And I had to go back and rewatch all of them and fucking love them. And I was like, why did I deprive myself for $5? What kind of fucking idiot does that?
A lot of people.
Well, they're stupid and they're wrong.
All right. Well, out of those ones, what is your favorite movie?
Ooh. I would have to say personally Goblet of Fire. And Goblet of Fire because it starts to turn. And it takes that dark, it starts to get really fucking dark at that point. And I love that. It's not all the same bullshit because now Voldemort's back and for real back, not like this weird head on somebody's head and a fucking book. He's legitimately back and now there's an actual threat. And I don't have to deal with Umbridge yet because fuck that bitch.
I believe too. That's the first one that somebody actually dies in.
Not true. Quirrell dies in the first one.
Ooh, fuck you,
yeah,
Mike.
I guess that's
you
true.
don't know shit.
But nobody cares. Someone that actually was like an innocent, I guess would be the better way of saying it, because by the time that the series is over, a ton of innocent people die.
Oh, for sure. But
go ahead.
But yeah, it's definitely where everyone starts to fucking die, and it starts with Cedric Diggory, aka Young Edward, which his voice to me seems deeper in that movie than it is in Twilight. But we're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, he has not yet become the Battinson, but he's a lot closer in that than he is when he gets to Twilight.
Facts, straight facts. Where the fuck did So Well go?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna take a while, I guess. He probably went to look at something on his phone, and it took it off of the thing he was trying to do.
Jesus.
So with that being said, I actually think I agree with you. I think 5 may be my favorite as well. If not, it's 4 or 3. 4. Prisoner of Azkaban. Is that 4 or 3?
Azkaban's 3.
Which one that is? So I think I like that one slightly better, and it's only because I have such a man boner for Gary Oldman.
Bro,
he is such an amazing actor.
I am 110% right behind you on that. He's so fucking good. Every role I've seen him in ever, he's killed it. And this goes back to even the films that were considered shitty, like Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That was nowhere near his fault. He was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like he was the only reason why I could watch that movie and enjoy it.
Right? Not the shitty attempt at a British accent by Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves.
Fuck. I mean, it could be worse. It could be Cameron Diaz's fucking god awful Irish accent in Gangs of New York.
It's true. That was really bad.
That was fucking terrible.
So, slight side tangent from this, especially while we wait for Selwa to come back, if he comes back.
Wait, what?
I don't know what. A slight side tangent. So, a movie that I really liked the premise to, but I hated the movie, and it just made me think about it because of Dracula, was Dracula 2000. Did you ever see this one?
It sounds like I might have, but I can't remember anything about it. That's not the one with
Gerard Butler plays.
That's not the one with Eddie Murphy. No, that was Vampire.
Vampire.
Yes,
Brooklyn.
That's it.
Also, very poor movie. But no, this one had Gerard Butler in it as
no
Dracula.
Shit.
Yep, and the movie was fairly shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a twist at the end, and I apologize, I'm going to ruin it for you, but it's a fantastic conceptual twist. Dracula is Judas.
See, I've heard that before, and I can't remember where, and I think that was it. That Dracula was Judas in some fucking weird timeline bullshit.
Yeah, the concept too makes like interesting sense, like why he can't deal with silver because of the 30 silver pieces.
Oh.
He kills himself at the. He tries to kill himself because of what he did, and he does it at dusk, and he is reborn essentially at that point. He's not allowed to die, but he can only stay at nighttime because of such. The cross works against him because it's penance, right? Like it hurts his who he is as a person or as a being because of what had happened. Like there's all these like iconic things of why it would make so much sense for him to be Judas. And I'm like, this movie is shit, but that's fucking brilliant.
You know, that actually does sound pretty good, and I might have to look up where I can watch that. Because
they also made a sequel to it.
Oh God. What's the sequel?
Dracula 3000. Dracula in space.
No shit. Fucking why?
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, it is because Judas betrayed Jesus. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yep. I figured with your Catholic background or uprising that you would enjoy that reference.
I
to
truly
Jesus,
did,
so.
and I'm about to take a shot just to that reference.
With that being said, oh, what are we drinking?
Only one, two.
Tequila.
I'm gonna. Ooh.
Drinking. I got a new one, and I fucking hate it. It's called Coralejo. Yep.
Really? Oh. Welcome back, Solo.
For the longest time, I thought it was like something on your end, but I guess my cell phone carrier service went fucking AWOL.
Sorry, I thought it was going to be something like when you came back. It's like, yeah, I went to look something up on my phone, and then I lost the connection because you've done that before.
Yeah, I've learned. I learned I did.
You learned it.
We're so proud of you for learning it.
So we didn't really go farther past Josh's favorite Harry Potter was the fifth one. We did do a slight tirade or tangent onto Dracula. Oh, fourth one. I apologize. The fourth one. We went on a slight tirade to talk about Dracula and Dracula 2000 and the shitty movie it was with an interesting premise at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Dracula 2000?
Not since 2000, but yes, I have seen it.
I enjoyed the whole relevance that he's Judas kind of thing. I was telling Josh about
See, and I love that concept. But anyways, yes.
Right. What is your favorite Harry PotSmoker movie, if you've got one? So well.
Are you talking to me? Okay, there you go. That clears it up. I think Prisoner of Azkaban. I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
The
one. I think that's my favorite, but it's been a while since I've seen those movies. I think. I mean, I haven't. Are you kidding me? I don't read books.
You can read?
I can read pictures, yeah.
Proud of you.
He's like an Egyptian.
So, yeah, I don't know. Prisoner of Azkaban, I don't know. I just like it because it is a darker shift. Because I think that's the third movie, right?
Yes.
Because it was such a big shift from the first two tones of hey, this is a kids movie with magic, and I guess I'll get into it later. My whole tirade on this fucking franchise, but yeah, I think Prisoner of Azkaban's my favorite because one, it also uses Gary fucking Oldman, which he fucking rules.
So when you were gone, I didn't bring this up because I want to influence your opinion. I had also said Prisoner of Azkaban for the same reason because of Gary Oldman, which is how we eventually got to Dracula.
Oh, was he?
He was. He was in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, I was thinking because you were just talking about Dracula 2000. I was like, he wasn't in Dracula 2000, was he?
No, that one is Gerard Butler.
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, so that's my answer. And the what are those fucking things called?
Oh, jeez, my brain just turned off. The Mentors.
Yeah, the Dementors. It introduces those. As far as I remember, maybe it did in the other movies. But those things seem pretty cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. So yeah, that's my pick.
That was a good pick.
Being far better than whatever the fuck Josh picked.
Wow. Not a fan of Battinson dying, then, are we?
No, and it's probably because like I've watched that movie so many goddamn times that I'm sick of it.
I
Because you
think that's
chose
the longest
Goblet of
one,
Fire,
too.
right?
Which one?
Goblet of Fire?
Goblet isn't no. I feel like part 7 and 9 were like the longest.
I
don't
think
know, though. But
Actually, no.
I think you are correct in saying that.
Chamber of Secrets is the longest.
Isn't that the second one, or is that the first one?
It's the second one.
Well, to which part? Okay. God damn, I can't believe that's the longest.
Yeah, in fact, let's go this way.
Where are we
I
going?
want to pay
I don't
for
want to
shit.
go anywhere. Just go to IMDb it.
Yeah, I can't believe. I don't believe that the chamber. I think Deathly Hollows was the longest.
Let's see, 161 for Chamber of Secrets minutes. 161. Goblet of Fire is 157. Half-Blood Prince is 153. Deathly Hallows 1 is 146. And actually, the second part 2 is actually the shortest of the movies.
Really?
So, there you go. Yeah.
Well, they did try and split up an entire book to get more money out of the fucking fans, so good for them.
It's true. It's
And
true.
they succeeded.
It is the biggest of the books, but yeah. All right. With that being said, since we talked about our favorite of the movies, Josh, which is the one you like the least?
Currently, Order of the Phoenix. And that is just because of Umbridge. I fucking hate that cunt.
Who?
Language, bro. Umbridge.
That is the pink lady.
The uber pink. The uber pink Karen.
She's cool.
Of course. Sowell is what the one person on God's green earth who has either watched the movies and, let's face it, not read the book that said, I like Umbridge.
Correct.
As a villain, fantastic.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
But as a
Exactly. That's why she was
okay, as a villain, yes, she was top tier villain. She was, and I agree with the people that have said this, worse than Voldemort. She was so much worse of a villain than Voldemort.
I think I'd agree with that. Yeah. It's the difference, right? It's the looking at someone who's pure evil. Like you go in knowing that there's no redemption. There's like this person's completely evil, or meeting like the sweet church lady who will instantly throw you under the bus and stab you in the back. But at first, you think she's sweet. I think there's a thought of giving something to that person and then having them take it away, make it worse than the person you put up your guard against right off the bat.
Which is so hard to do in a character, I think.
So. I agree with that. So, least favorite Harry Potter movie?
So granted, it's been a while since I've watched any of them, but I think Deathly Hallows Part 1 or whatever it's called, the second to last movie. I think I just like that one the most because, like I just did earlier, that they being Warner Brothers were like, well, we have nothing else going on, So let's go ahead and milk this franchise for all it's worth. Get one big, and then we'll claim that, you know, we're really trying to do the book justice, and then nothing happens for 2.5 hours or however long it is.
Minute 43 for the first one, or 153 minutes. Excuse me.
Okay, so just under no, about 2.5 hours, right? Yeah,
2.5 hours. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, nothing happens. I don't remember if that's the Dobie is a free elf.
No, that was the end of Prisoner of
Other than
Azkaban.
that, like, oh, the movie I like. I know movie. I know that movie. Really, that happened that early?
Well, Dobby is a free elf by the end of part 1, just free in a different way.
The fuck you mean? Explain yourself.
I don't.
Dobby dies.
Oh, you're talking about Deathly Hallows.
Oh, he does. Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that's probably my least favorite. It's just because of the greediness of Warner Brothers. And how that nothing happens in that movie just to set up a disappointing finale of the franchise.
Yeah, mine's on a similar vein of disappointment, and I liked the Harry Potter movies as a whole, but I think Half-Blood Prince is actually my least favorite, and it feels like it's exposition the movie, which sucks for a movie that's so far into the series, because you get the backstory, excuse me, an exposition for Snape. You get exposition and stuff, or history for creating the Horcruxes, right? In that one, you get essentially just world building in the second to last book.
Yep.
Yeah, second to last book. So it just feels like the worst place to be trying to do that. It felt like they got up to 5, and they're like, all right, now how the hell are we going to end this? And they put all the worst of it in the last book, in 6. So, and then the 6th movie, of course. And of course, they do the big shock twist that Dumbledore dies. So
Dumbledore dies? What the fuck?
Fucking spoiler alert, dude!
How are you upset about me telling you about Dumbledore die, and then you don't say crap about Dobby?
It's
lives matters,
been
bro.
over 10 years, so spoiler alert does not apply here. If you haven't seen this movie, then too fucking bad.
You want to know why I was more upset about
So I just want to get
Dumbledore dying than I was about Dobby? You really want to know? Because fuck Dobby. Dobby was nothing but fucking trouble when he was introduced, and he was an asshole for it. He was trying. If he would have, okay. No, I hate that stupid fucking house elf. I fucking hate him. I prefer Creature over Dobby any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week. Fuck Dobby.
Wow. You're really sounding bigoted right now towards a individual that's very he's a I don't remember the fucking word. He's an enfranchised fucking guy, and you're just shitting all over him. He tried to help out Harry Potter get Tablet of Fire.
Yes, I'm going to help you out by maiming you, maybe crippling you, so that way when you're ever in some real shit, you can't defend yourself. Fucking genius. Fucking grade A, top tier genius.
Yeah. Dobby gave him.
You got some real hate for the house elves, bro.
And I just want to throw
Bro,
this out there before we go too far, because it's hurting me that I haven't mentioned this yet. Lord of the Rings is better than fucking Harry Potter, and that's a fact, and no one can say otherwise.
See, and now you want to
shots
talk about
fired,
me
bro.
being controversial. There's a very, very thin line that you walk with that statement so well.
No, it's not a thin line, it's a fact, so I don't know what else you need to hear.
To our one
I'm
listener,
just out here spitting facts.
who are you agreeing with here? I'll ask you on Tuesday when I see you. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Wow. I'm not even going to go into this because
I
I actually
they
really
are
like
the
both
two
franchises.
franchises that I have probably watched on repeat the most.
Yeah.
I've
But
watched
Star Wars for me, of course.
I've watched the Lord of the Rings the most. I've watched a shit ton of Star Wars, yeah, but I've watched all the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, and they are just as good, if not better, than the fucking regular movie. They had so much more.
I've enjoyed the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that they had so much more, and yeah, everything else is fucking amazing in that franchise.
I very much enjoyed Lords of the Ring. I do have a controversy of my own personalness with Lord of the Rings, which I'll bring up in a second. But I'll tell you what, the best way to watch the expanded version of Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits as well is watch them as if you were Dan the Man. And if you know, you know. Because that's the best way to watch those movies.
If I could, I fucking would.
Explain yourself, fool.
So. I hope Dan listens to this now.
I'm gonna be honest. Dan didn't know that we did a podcast until that we did the what was it aftermath, and he ended up having to stay at my house. He didn't know we had a podcast. He fucking does now.
Yeah. Well, happily he hears this one and understands that he's an adjective for being Dan. But my history with Lord of the Rings, and I think I've told this before, is I was working at a movie theater. I actually got fired because of the first movie, Fellowship of the Ring. When that movie came out, I was working that day, and this is before they really had the ability of buying tickets online. So you had to go down to the theater to buy your tickets before the movie. And if you wanted tickets later in the day or another day, you had to go down and get in line and buy them for that day and then leave again, right? And so when we opened, we had people going all the way around the complex wanting to buy tickets for that movie. And the way that you set up to have the system say which tickets for what time and day, the projectionist would actually set it up in the system, and then for the people working in what they call the box or the ticket booth, you would be there essentially just pressing the button so many times relevant to where it was on the list. Well, the projection nurse is screwed up, and they didn't come in until 5 minutes before the first movie rolls. The projectionist screwed up the night before and gave us 2 buttons, but 1 list. And so we had no clue what times were for anything. So we literally had to sit there for an hour waiting for the projectionist to get there to get it all squared away. And I said, screw that. And I just started getting tickets and trying to figure out which one it was. I got everything done before the projectionist got there, but I'd already done a ton of what they call voids or fake tickets, essentially. And they let me go for it.
You probably deserved it.
So I enjoy Lord of the Rings, but I have history with it.
I get that. I definitely get that.
Yeah, we're not going to bring up that I was already on probation for being a fuck off anyways for that place, and that was literally just the last straw and the reason I got fired. And also I blame my friend because he had just broke up with my boss's little sister, and my boss knew it. But we're going to go with Lord of the Rings as the reasoning.
That's fair, but you're wrong. And you should never let personal problems get in the way of such a terrific franchise.
So, continuing down a side tangent, since we're not really on Harry Potter at the moment. So, what were your feelings about
like I don't know. Like it's difficult because like you want to compare it to like shit, but that's giving shit a bad name. So like, I really felt like they aimed so low that they couldn't get any lower, and they found a way. So masterfully produced, and I mean all the twists and turns that everyone saw coming were just outstanding.
So you're saying you're a fan? You loved it? It was the greatest series you've watched on Amazon Prime.
So much. Yes, I'm extremely happy that I don't pay for Amazon Prime to have watched that.
So you didn't even see it? You didn't watch the show at all?
No, I watched it, but I didn't pay for Amazon Prime to watch it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, it's a hard one with that show too, because
it wasn't really though.
I agree with you on a lot of the aspects of it, like, but I want to give them some benefit, right? Because they were very limited on what they could talk about.
So why make the fucking
in there because they
project
didn't have
irrelevant?
certain rights to it and things
Why
like that.
make the fucking project? The fact that like fucking they were working with a Lord of the Rings historian, and the fact that he had to leave because they pissed him off so much tells you everything you need to know about that fucking production. That they gave two shits and about in any of the actual history or lore of fucking Lord of the Rings. That they just pissed off a guy who has a title like historian of fucking Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean?
So this is what I should tell you that they already started pre-production for the second season of the show, right?
Watch it and see how badly they fuck it up.
So let's get back to Harry Potter. Now we talked about the movies. We're going to go ahead and mention the books, I think, in this episode, but maybe not talk about the books directly because I'm not sure who has all read the books.
No one read that book.
And I haven't read them all the way through it. Harry Potter.
It sold just as many copies as the Bible.
I haven't finished the books back with my daughters, so. Yeah, right. Well, I'm talking about us three, you fuck. So let's now ask, who is your favorite Potter character, Josh?
That's a good one. I'm a big fan of Sirius. I'm a big fan of Lupin, and I'm a.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Dobby.
No! Fuck that stupid house elf! I have a fucking aneurysm on this podcast. I swear to God.
You know when someone says go pick a fight with someone your size, he wasn't meaning Dobby, bro.
Fuck up. I hate you both so fucking much. Holy shit. Tequila on an empty stomach is a bad idea, boys. Anyways, I can't just pick one, but I gotta go top three. Sirius, Lupin, Dumbledore. Those are my top three.
No Severus?
He's 4. I'll put Severus as
Good
4.
choices.
But top 3 is definitely Sirius, Lupin, and Dumbledore. They're just so well done in the movies. And the replacement that they got in Prisoner of Azkaban for Dumbledore, I think he played it to a fucking T. He had more. It seemed like he was more powerful versus the other one, the original Dumbledore, who was way, way, way more subtle.
Yeah. The replacement one, whose name just escapes
No
me,
shit.
but he just passed away just a few weeks ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
That I was not aware of.
Yeah.
I
Looked him
know.
up real fast just to give you the exact dates and such.
I knew about Hagrid
he
and
just
Snape
recently passed
passing away. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hagrid was really sad. Hagrid was last year, I think. All right. Sorry, I'm just looking it up real fast.
He was. He played
I forgot David Tennant was in the series.
not Crumb.
He was the teacher.
No,
in the
he
first one,
played
wasn't
Crouch. Barty Crouch Jr.
Crouch. Barty
I knew it
Crouch
started with a
Jr.
K.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking this up real fast. Relatively real fast. I don't know why they didn't have Dumbledore closer to the top.
he? Because he's a non-important character.
There he is. Michael Gambon was his name, and he passed away September 27th. So a few months ago. I apologize. Not a few weeks ago.
Huh.
But September 27th, 2023.
Rest in peace, Dumbledore. For realsies.
Interesting.
So. Right. So, all right. So, favorite character from the series?
I enjoy the Pink Lady a lot because she does some real good bad guy stuff, and she thinks she's a good deal. She's justifiable in her actions, so she's real good.
She thinks so. Yeah. And I think that's the big thing is she thinks what she's doing is right.
I have to give that to you.
Exactly.
I have to give that to you, and I don't want to, but I have to, and lick my balls. Fucking whatever. Yes, you're right. As a heel, she's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's great. Josh, I could just hear him like breathe in. It's like, oh, this bitch, I'm ready to go. Let's fucking fight. And then he goes, it's like, oh, damn it. They're right.
Prove me wrong.
I can't. That's the thing that I hate is I can't fucking prove you wrong.
Umbridge is a great
because she's so terribly bad as a human or as a fucking witch that she's good. She does what she's supposed to do, and I fucking hate that so much.
Exactly. She's a good heel. She's a justifiable heel.
God damn you so well.
She does all that badness to help the kids be better. She does all that badness for the Ministry of Magic. She does all that cruelness to help everybody out.
She's doing everything that she thinks is right. But she gets shit on.
She's the hero in her own story.
It's a shame, really. She should be the hero.
Yep.
Don't you fucking start. You guys are pushing it. You guys are fucking pushing it.
for me, my favorite character through the series is two. And it's going to be Hermione and Ron. And it's kind of the same reason for both. Both Ron and Hermione have such a great story arc and growth as characters through the series that they are my favorite characters. Hermione comes off as kind of a snooty bitch is the best way to say it. Like she has all the right answers and she knows it. And she's the smartest person in the room. Like literally, she walks up to Ron and like puts her nose, tilts her nose to him, right when she first meets him on the train and shit like that, and is always looking down on him, like trying to mom him on fucking everything. And Ron's a fuck up all the way through and until the end. And I guess my third favorite too would be Neville. Neville Longbottom, who's also has a great character arc and growth in this. It goes from being the biggest fuck up, the Ralph, if you would, of the Harry Potter series, to literally becoming the person that takes out the last Horcrux, and it really is the one that saves the day. So you got three great characters who arguably have better story arcs and are better characters than the main character, Harry Potter, or the title character.
Neville is a great fucking choice. Like we talked about, I'm currently watching it, and watching him not only become more confident throughout the series, but going from this, like, I can't remember shit, to, oh, I'm really good at this one thing. Let me help Harry with this one thing that I'm fucking good at in the Goblet of Fire. And going all the way to where he destroys the Horcrux. I'm fucking here for it. I love it. Unsung hero of the series, honestly.
Yep.
And the fact that him and the main character had such similar backgrounds is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where they were building it in the books, and again, we didn't really go into the books, but in the books, they talk about the child of prophecy, right? Who has a certain birthday, which is actually shared by both Harry and Neville. And similar aspects like that of what their stories are intertwined with, right? Because both their parents die to the snake eaters in defense of their children and what they thought was right. So they have so much things. So you have like the child that was destined to do the thing,
right?
And the other kid, and that's what Neville is the other kid. But he's
Zan
such
actually
a good character by the end of the series.
Told me
so good.
that too, that she was, because we were talking. She hears what I'm saying. She doesn't hear what you guys are saying, but she brought that up, that Voldemort at one point did believe that it was Neville was going to be the chosen one because they shared the same birth date, same birth month.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
I know my shit.
Birth month. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. That being said,
I fucking said it already.
Josh,
Dobby is a fucking bitch. Between Dobby and Malfoy, I fucking. I can't decide, but they're tied. They're tied for whiny little bitches who don't know. Yes. No, just Malfoy in general.
I'm assuming you're meaning Draco.
Excluding the mom. The mom knew what she wanted. The mom knew what she had to do. Dad Malfoy and Draco Malfoy can shove that cane collectively up their asses. They're just whiny, sniveling bitches. The entire franchise, man. Like, Draco's dad, right? I don't know his full name. I'm just gonna call him Draco's dad. Lucius, thank you. Lucius, he's portrayed in Prisoner of Azkaban as this ruthless fucking tyrant. Chamber of Secrets. Apparently, I'm wrong. Thank you.
Yeah, you dumbass.
Obviously. What
I
is
guess
a fiance
that's married
there for,
life,
but
isn't
not
it,
to explain
boys?
why
This
you're
is something
wrong
I'm
in
getting
every
used
possible
to
way?
early. But he's portrayed as
Yes.
this
Mhm.
my free trial period.
Getting that free preview. All right. You can cancel your subscription at any time.
Holy fuck. What was I say? Oh yeah. So Lucius, when he's first introduced,
shit.
is portrayed as like this thug, right? Like you don't cross him, you don't disrespect him, blah 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 blah. And then Goblet of Fire happens, and he turns into a whining, sniveling coward. Him and Draco's doing it the entire time. The entire time. Anytime anyone meets him with confrontation, he oversells anything that happens to him, and he just whines and complains this whole time while being like, "Oh, well, I don't care about those mudbloods, and I'm gonna punch this person, and I'm gonna do this, and and then it's, I don't wanna get hurt. And I fucking hate that for both of them. I hate that characteristic in both father and son. So buzzed.
So angry. All right. All right. So, worst character for you in the series?
Worst character for me in the series? It's a good question because a lot of them are just there to service Harry Potter.
Giggity.
God damn it! You got it there right before I did.
Would do it. I don't fucking know. Let's go with that one character with the face. I mean, they're all pretty good, strong characters. I think the worst, we'll go ahead and say, is that guy with the face. What's his fucking name? I don't know.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
The guy with the face.
Gotta give me more.
Quirrell.
Yeah, that guy. Squirrel. Come back to me. Go, Mike. What's your least favorite?
I'm trying to find her name because I can't remember the character's name, which is making me upset. But it's the chick in the first two movies that Potter's got a massive crush on. I cannot remember her name to save my life.
The Asian girl?
Thank you.
Okay.
She is...
Side tangent on her. My brain does not work when somebody who looks a certain way has a different accent than the way they look.
Wow, Josh, just go ahead and come out as a bigot.
The fact that she was
racist. Asian with an Irish accent, for some reason, did not click in my brain. It was like if I was looking at my dog and she meowed instead of barked, I would crap my pants. I would just crap. My brain shuts down. I don't like it.
So, for our listener, our single listener we have, I want to make sure everyone remembers Josh Martinez started his wrestling career as a Mexican with an Irish accent named William Cutting.
Oh, fuck. I never said I enjoyed doing the accent. I just happened to be good at it. And Big liked it. So he's like, yeah, do that shit.
Jesus Christ. But Cho was the character I didn't like really at all. It felt like such a one-dimensional character that was kind of a waste. And I believe, if I remember right, she's the one that turns on the Dumbledore army, not on purpose. Umbridge
more reason not to like her. She's
she's
a
the one
fucking
that
snitch.
ends up giving up the Dumbledore army. if I remember correctly. So, like, it's just a waste of a character and such. And I'm happy Harry ended up with Jenny. I'm a redhead fan, so it worked out for me. It just, I just never liked her as a character. And it's hard because a lot of the characters in the story, in most of the stories, have such fleshed out reasons and fleshed out character arcs and things like that. And Cho really doesn't get any of that. So it felt so bland. Even the idiot henchman of Draco had a little bit more character arc than she did. Yeah. I feel like I may have stepped the line because that sigh I heard real quick from the future Martinez.
She sighed because they used the truth serum, the Veritas serum on her, and that's why she snitched. And I don't get past that. Like, fucking defend yourself or run away.
Well, what my point being is like they used her as the thing, right? They could have used anybody else. They could have used Jenny even, and made that arc for Jenny like as a betrayal stronger. But they used Cho, and by that time, Harry had already moved on from Cho and was moving towards Jenny.
Oh yeah.
So it really didn't matter,
except
for just making the character worse. Does that make sense? So. Yeah, that's probably my worst one. I think though, if we want to expand slightly outside of the actual main canon Harry Potter verse, I cannot stand Newt Scamander in the Fantastic Beasts series.
I forgot about
Fantastic
those. I've only seen the first one.
I can't stand that franchise. I saw the first 2 or 3. I think. I don't know.
I think there's only been 3.
I didn't see the one where Johnny Depp was the bad guy, for real this time, not the fake one. And by the way, my least favorite character is Harry Potter in Harry Potter because I preferred him when he was called Luke Skywalker.
My dog agrees with you, apparently.
Apparently. All right. And so now that we've gone through our favorites, characters and movies and things like that, I want to throw a small spin on this. Josh, if you could recast the adult versions of Ron, Hermione, and Harry,
the Cursed Child,
the new movie, if they make a new movie of the what was it? The something child, Cursed Child, yeah. But you can't use Rupert Grint, you can't use Emma Watson, you can't use
Daniel Radcliffe.
Harry Potter's name, who just escapes me all of a sudden.
Ooh, that's fucking tough.
Thank you. You can't use that.
How old are they in the Cursed Child? Because I obviously old enough to have kids, but
hold on, they probably
I want to say their kids are.
Yeah, but by the time it shows them having the kid and then dropping them, it shows them at Deathly Hallows dropping their kids off at Hogwarts for the first time.
I don't know. I don't care. It's on.
I want to say though, if I remember the play's story, Albus, who's the second child, is the main character in this one. So it would be the second kid, and this also happens after they go through all their stuff. Like Harry doesn't end up graduating, but he becomes an arbiter.
That's what they call the Harry
arbiter.
in the
Zen. They're called arbiters, right?
auras, whatever.
Whores?
Yes, they call them whores.
Horse there. And then Hermione ends up becoming Minister of Magic, by the time they have children. So they've got to be close to 40 by the time they have kids. Or have the beginning of Cursed
I just
Child.
blanked on all of the actors that I know. Oh, fuck. Could I do the Hollywood thing and culturally appropriate the fucking actors? Right?
I would be surprised if that doesn't happen, since they made Hermione black in this one anyways.
It is what it is, I guess.
Play.
I'm not the fucking casting director.
Uh-huh.
I am. And I'm having a fucking panic attack about it because I can't remember any
you are
actors.
at this moment.
So put Finn as Ron Weasley. Put the Kingsman guy in.
Ooh, that was a good choice. I like that one.
Use. Oh, I know. That's why I said it.
What the hell's his name? Jay. God damn it! Now you got me stuck in his name.
Egerton.
Names are completely failing me in my head right now.
Is that who you're talking about?
I may have a problem. Yeah. No, that's one of them. Edgerton. But I was thinking of Finn from Star Wars is who Solo was talking about. It's J starts with a B.
There it is.
For sure.
Yeah, there you go.
John, sorry, not Jay. John Boyega.
He also played Elton John in that movie.
He did. There it is.
Yeah.
Which was really good. Taron Egerton. And then who's your Hermione?
That one chick that was in I don't remember her name. She was in Captain America. She's Captain America's love interest throughout the entire series. What's her name? Yeah, her.
Haley Atwell.
That one, what?
That one that popped right out of my head. Alrighty. Interesting take. That one just came right out of my head. She's actually severely older than the other two.
I don't know the
I mean, she's gorgeous and everything. But she's almost 50. And I think Boyega's just turned 30-something. Same for Taylor Edgerton. Or Taron Edgerton. So, anyhow. Cool.
Fuck me.
Josh.
It's an excellent question. Because I would have done Edgerton, but I would have done him as Ron, not Harry. It's a fucking female British actor. Does it have to be British? No.
No, they can fake. They can fake a British accent, but British accents.
As long as they can pull off a good British accent,
are fucking hilarious. Just go ahead and put Tom Cruise, who's 60 years old, as Harry Potter.
I was thinking Leonardo DiCaprio as Harry Potter. Why the fuck not?
He'd be the right height.
Or Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is Harry Potter, bro. Yes, I'll take that. Okay. I'll take that any fucking day. Who would I have? Yes. Oh my God.
And
genius.
Ryan Reynolds is Ron Weasley.
Who would play Hermione? But that just because I really want to fuck with people. Yeah, I guess Blake Lively.
Oh, no. Okay, go with Blake Lively for yours. I've got my Hermione now. Just popped in my head as a great Hermione. Let's see, a good Ron. Oh, okay. Now I gotta think of Harry. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So, because this is going to be horribly bad, and I'm here for it, we'll start off with the one that actually could be really good.
Is that the girl who played Domino?
Right. Zazie Beetz.
She was Domino in Deadpool 2. She would be a good Hermione.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. She is.
Yep. She's also the love interest in Joker. Yep. To get the redhead in there, I was gonna say one, but I just thought about a different one that would be also interestingly funny. I was going to say originally Carrot Top as Ron, but that's a little too far. I'm going to go away from that. Instead, I'm going to choose someone that ironically already has had a a running gag with Rupert Grint, and that is Ed Sheeran. So there was a music video with Ed Sheeran, or Ed Sheeran, one of his songs. I can't remember which one it is, but the whole time at the beginning, or through most of the music video, it's Rupert Grint in the green room playing with the guitars and stuff as the song's going on, and you're thinking to yourself, it's just Rupert Grint being Ed Sheeran in the song. And no, by the time the music ends, or the music video ends, security's pulling Rupert Grint's character out of there, and you find out he was a stalker who was trying to stalk Ed Sheeran in his room while Ed Sheeran was on stage. It was a great music video. But this one for Harry Potter, just because I love him so, and he can perpetually play a person around the age of 30 to 40.
Good. I can't see him with an English accent, but I fucking love
Paul
it.
Rudd.
Paul Rudd with the glasses. Oh, shit.
I want to see him with an English accent. All right, guys. Well, we're going to end that here. So you guys reach out to us. You tell us who your fan casting would be for Harry, Ron, and Hermione for the hopefully upcoming Cursed Child movie that they're going to be doing, if it's not the OG3. Reach out to us on the social medias at Be Hero Media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and soon to be TikTok. You can also reach out to us at BeHeroMedia.com for everything that is Be Hero Media. You can also reach out to me directly at Mike Burke DCW
Flownsaw_Will on Instagram, William Petting on
and Mike Burke
Facebook,
Pro on the Twitter. You can reach out to Josh
Flownsaw Will on TikTok, and I think that's fucking it.
Done_Sal.
All right, and then you can reach out to Sowell at
on all the stupid social medias, yes.
On all the social medias. All right. And with that, we're going to go one real quick and talk about Devotion Championship Wrestling and the upcoming shows we've got there. You can see us on the next show, which is going to be January 20th, our Tesla Time 10 at Kamikaze. Excuse me, up in Ogden. And then February 3rd, we will be right back in Salt Lake City for Heartbreak Showdown. February 17th for Tesla Time 11, again up at Kamikazes and Ogden. And that's February 17th. And then lastly is March 9th at Light Tree Studios for Match Madness. A lot of great shows coming up. reach out to us on our social medias. That is Devotion Championship Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, DCW Salt Lake City, or excuse me, DCW Salt Lake on Twitter, and Devotion Wrestling on
Or
the
from
TikTok.
me.
To find out anything
Buy your
about any of the
tickets from
shows
me.
upcoming,
DM me
get your
for
tickets
tickets.
there. All right, boys. Anything else before we head off? Or more importantly, all right. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was actually a lot funner than I thought it was when we talked about the topic. So I'm glad we ended up doing this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for the rest of Be Hero Presents, we have been Slightly Agitated. Have a great night, guys.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses.
Fuck you so well.